pledge allegiance to the flag, United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, liberty and justice for all.
Roll call, please.
Jennifer McHarg,
Here.
Jim Constantine.
Here,
All right, approval of minutes from March 15th, 2023.
I make a motion to approve the minutes, March 15th.
Second. Discussion, roll call.
Jim Constantine,
Yes.
Jennifer McHarg.
Yes. Correspondence, do we?
I mentioned at the last meeting, that Cleveland Cliffs sent us a notice of dye testing they were doing at an outfall. But that was it. That came after I issued the agenda.
Reports, sanitary report.
Any questions? Just been busy doing our general maintenance and cleanup. I'm trying to schedule. I didn't put that on there, but I'm trying to schedule legal services for portal cleaning, but they're kind of a lot of outages.
Lift station 4, did it go down or?
Power outages, yeah, we had some power outages at number 4.
Wastewater treatment plant report.
Yes, Corin, for the facility, the compliance summary, we submitted our monthly report to IDEM on February on March 28th. There were no violations. IDEM inspection was done on 2/15 of 2023, and there were no violations observed as well. Under the agreed order and compliance plan, our quarterly update report was submitted on 4/10 of 23. We also installed flow metering and is operational at pump station 1, and pump station 2 is to be completed at the end of the third quarter. And as far as the operation of the facility, I believe, Bill, I think we're looking at doing a lift station cleanout this month, as the last plan I heard. And go ahead, Bill. Go ahead, Bill.
Yeah, that's what I don't, maybe you didn't hear me. Eagle Services have been busy with some outages, so I'm just trying to fit me in. So as soon as I get the okay, I said I need at least a couple of weeks notice.
Yeah.
I'll reach out to you guys.
Okay, great. Yeah, I couldn't hear you before. It was kind of off and on a little bit. We installed air diffusers at our east aeration basin. They were replaced with new ones, and there were no operating issues in the past month. So that's all I have for today.
Thank you.
Thanks, Larry.
No problem.
Right. Engineer report.
No report, thank you.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well.
Anything for future infrastructure? All right. Approval of claims with 2 or more signatures.
Make a motion to approve claims to more futures.
Second. Question, roll call.
Jim Constantine,
Yes.
Jennifer McHarg.
Yes. Approval of purchase orders submitted.
We have to approve.
We do not have any purchase orders submitted. There was an invoice for an upcoming renewal for the Think GIS software, which is $825. It just came in, so I don't know if you wanted to talk about it or have a purchase order ready for next month.
So that is the GIS software that we bought that has our system in it. Jim has sent us, I forget the name of the file every time. You say a fancy file.
Okay.
To upload and download into it. So it has similar to what our system is, and not similar, it shows our flow data and stuff. It also has fire hydrants. It has a lot more capabilities to it. When we first purchased the software, there was a viewer section of the purchase also for planning commission to be able to view it, and some thought process that maybe as we get used to it, we could expand that. So Corinne actually, when she got it, she sent out, said maybe now's the time to visit and have a demonstration done again. For anybody that wants to participate in it, but pretty much I've asked for a couple of dates. Coincidentally, when she said that to me, I was literally having a meeting with the woman today. She came to my office and our representative for the company. And she came and did our updates and our synchronization for the latest information that's out there on the GIS. So she did that today, and then I asked her, can she give us a couple of dates where we could meet there at my office or at the training room, and they could do a demonstration. Most certainly invite Corinne, whoever else wants to come down, street department and police department, because one of their focuses is not only land survey and land things, GIS, but also police and fire emergency services. They could offer a lot for GIS software, like as far as locating certain properties and things like that. So there's a lot of key points that it could expand on, and we're only using a small portion of it. But Tony was a huge advocate of making this happen, and we share it between, at the time, the initial cost was over $5,000. We shared it between those departments, plan, fire, street, I think storm even.
It was storm, wastewater, plan, and street.
So, but now it's just to a point where sanitation is always taking care of the annual of 800 and some change.
825, yeah.
So that's where we're at with that, renewing it. We could always expand it afterwards if we decide we can add users on it anytime or whatever services we want. So that wouldn't change us renewing it. Keep it useful.
Well, it's this time, then what we need is a recommendation to renew it.
Or we could have a
So
person.
I'm having trouble hearing you, I'm sorry.
Yeah, definitely. I recommend that we keep the software, and we can have a purchase
Oh,
order.
yeah, we spent a lot of money in the past. I'll make a motion then that we renew it for another year. I guess what you're looking for, right?
Yeah, and then we'll have a demonstration coming up. She's shooting for the 4th or the 11th.
Okay, so, and just a reminder too, your computer at the fire department is the editor license, and then there's a viewer license, which is installed on the laptop that usually sits here.
Yeah, so my computer, the sanitation computer in my office, the one where I showed you where all
Yeah.
the fun stuff is.
Well, then I make a motion, we renew our subscription.
GIS.
Yeah, I have subscription.
Is this something that we're splitting, or is sanitation paying for it all?
After the initial sanitation is always.
Just
just-
We've discovered on sanitation.
Okay. I will second it. And then if you could send an email, get a class set up for everybody.
Yeah, as soon as she sends me the 2 dates confirmed, she's waiting for her trainer to confirm with her. Then I said, give me at least 2. I'll print it out, see what works best.
Discussion.
It's usually the software that we are using for the model, for the sanitary model for the entire town, which we did like 3 or 5 years ago. We send all the information, any updated information from any of the developers that comes into town, we send it to Bill, and Bill has now the most updated
Software.
software and updated maps
Yeah.
for all the sanitary systems. So it's a very important tool to build. To be parallel, I guess, to know in the field, where is the man or where is the Google for it.
For years, we were trying to find old records and everything, and just put everything all in one file.
Well, everything that went on back with the fiber wire, will all that be in there too then?
Only if we had it originally and some of them had it and then we submit it. So yeah, now that that's recorded, we could put it in that fancy file name again. And I'll put it in DWG.
That's like no problem.
Well, because he creates it and then he sends it to me and then we just upload it.
Okay.
So.
Bill is fancier.
Yeah.
Roll call.
Jim Constantine.
Yes.
Jennifer McCart.
Yes. And then spending review. Let's see anything.
Nothing jumping out yet, as far as that was it.
Excuse me.
delinquencies. And flow report.
Nothing abnormal. That's common.
All right, go to the order.
Only thing I'll remind the board that you guys have asked me to do is I will be leaving to a conference. This week, sorry, the end of the week, beginning of next week, I'll be going down to the fire conference and then, sounds like after I get back from that, I'll be going to a MS4. So I'll be heading out, just so you guys know, but I'll make sure that the emails and stuff are known, so everything's covered.
You got everybody covered?
Yep.
Announcements?
Make a motion to adjourn then.
A second. Roll call?
Jennifer McHarg,
Yes.
Jim Constantine.
Yeah.
I tried